What if I showed you that 80% of your success does not depend on talent, but on how you start your morning? Hello, I am Brian Tracy, and today I will share one of the most powerful laws of human growth. The first 30 minutes of your morning decide up to 80% of your productivity, mental clarity, and attitude for the rest of the day. I learned this after studying thousands of leaders, top executives, and elite entrepreneurs. They do not start their day by reacting to the world. They start by controlling their mind. I call this process morning mental mastery. It is a system based on 5 pillars that can change your life in just 66 days. Every morning when you wake up, you face a silent but important decision. Will you control your mind, or will you lose control before you even get out of bed? This may seem like a small choice, but it is one of the most important decisions of your life. In the first few minutes after waking up, your brain is very flexible. It can easily be guided or confused. If you consciously choose how to think, feel, and act, your mind works with clarity for the next many hours. But if you let autopilot take over, that same mental state follows you all day. Most people press snooze, grab their phone, or start worrying about problems that have not even happened yet. This early reaction affects your nervous system, increases anxiety, and puts you in a defensive state. From there, everything feels harder. Making decisions, staying focused, controlling emotions, and even connecting with people. Many people feel mentally tired from morning to night without realizing that their day went wrong in the first few seconds. This is not because they lack ability, but because they lack mental direction. Successful people do the opposite. They start their day with intention, clarity, and strategy. They do not react to the world. They design their day. They know that their inner state controls their outer performance, so they protect their mornings like a valuable asset. They control their breathing, organize their thoughts, and focus their energy on what truly matters. This daily mental discipline helps them make better decisions, stay calm under pressure, and move forward even when life is difficult. Those first 30 minutes are like a switch. They either activate your best self or your inner chaos. Success, which I have taught for over 40 years, is not luck. It is the result of habits. Your morning is where you plant your energy, attitude, focus, and ability to create opportunities. If you want to change your life, you do not need big changes. You only need to master the first minutes of your day. One simple decision can change your future. Let me ask you something important. Do you control your attention, or does your phone control you? Your attention is your most valuable asset. If you do not decide where to focus it in the morning, notifications, messages, or worries will decide for you. When you lose control of your attention, you also lose control of your energy, peace, and productivity. Millions of people wake up on autopilot. The first light they see is not sunlight, but their phone screen. This small action triggers stress in the brain, increases cortisol, speeds up the mind, and puts you in defense mode before your feet touch the floor. From that point, everything feels harder. Planning priorities, focusing, and making smart decisions. Over time, this creates anxiety, stress, low energy, and constant mental exhaustion. This does not happen because you are weak. It happens because you gave your mental power away at the start of the day. I have trained leaders all over the world, and I see the same pattern. People who start their day reacting feel overwhelmed. People who start with awareness feel in control. The difference is not time. It is the first minute of the day. Your mind is like a garden. If you do not plant good thoughts, focus, calm, purpose, negative thoughts grow by default. Worry, fear, and stress. The brain never stays empty. Thanks to neuroplasticity, your brain can change at any age. You are not stuck with yesterday's thinking. When you train your mind daily, you build new mental pathways and remove old stress patterns. That is why morning mental mastery works. Every morning is a chance to reprogram your mind. The 5 pillars you're about to learn are not just habits. They are a system to guide your attention, energy, and results. When you change your identity, you change your decisions. When you change your decisions, you change your results. Pillar 1, conscious awakening. Before getting out of bed, spend 5 minutes asking, how do I want to feel today? What are my 3 most important goals today? Who do I choose to be today? This practice builds clarity and leadership over your life. Pillar 2, active gratitude. Gratitude is a brain tool. It increases happiness chemicals and emotional balance. Every morning, write 3 specific things you are grateful for. Not general things, but real moments. People who practice this daily have rebuilt relationships, improved health, and regained control of their lives. When you choose your inner state, you choose your actions. And when you choose your actions, the world stops controlling you. Gratitude changes what you see, and when what you see changes, what you believe also changes. A mind trained in gratitude finds solutions where it once saw problems. Pillar 3. Result visualization. This is a scientific tool. Visualization activates your brain's reticular system and trains your mind to notice opportunities that match your goals. Imagine your perfect day, your conversations, your decisions, and the energy you use to act. This is not only about seeing images, it is about feeling them, living them in your mind, and practicing success before it happens. Lisa, a salesperson in crisis, doubled her sales using this pillar. She built what I call practiced confidence. If your mind practices it, your life performs it. Each visualization creates a neural path that makes action easier and reduces fear. Pillar 4. Action, commitment, clarity. Without action has no power. Choose 3 actions that move you closer to your real goals. Not emails, not reactions. Proactive actions, actions that build your business, your health, your relationships, and your growth. This was the secret of Robert, a stuck accountant who transformed his health, career, and family life. Early action turns you into someone who moves forward without waiting to feel ready. When you act on your priorities early in the day, your identity changes. You start seeing yourself as a disciplined person, and discipline becomes your new standard. Pillar 5. Identity declaration. Write or say out loud, "Today I choose to be," finish the sentence with discipline, courage, leadership, compassion, or any quality you want to live by. Your brain will try to act in a way that matches the identity you declare. This creates cognitive consistency. When you define who you are each morning, you stop acting from effort and start acting from identity. Maria tripled her income and regained emotional stability using this pillar. When you change your identity, you change your destiny. The most common excuse I hear is, "I don't have time." The truth is simple. You don't lack time, you lack priorities. No one finds time. Time is created when you take full responsibility for your life. Extraordinary people do not wait for their schedule to magically improve. They create space for what makes them their best self. Every minute you invest in your mind in the morning comes back multiplied as productivity, energy, and results. Your mind will resist change, not because you are weak, but because the brain prefers what is familiar. Mental resistance is biological, not permanent. When you try to change a habit, your mind whispers excuses. Later, not today, just this once. That moment is where character is built. Growth exists outside comfort. No meaningful success is created inside comfort zones. Discomfort is the door to a stronger, more focused identity. Wake up earlier, think before reacting, choose priorities before the world chooses them for you. Start with 10 minutes for 21 days, just 10 minutes. Anyone can do it. Winners turn those 10 minutes into a sacred ritual. In 21 days, your brain starts building new connections, new patterns, and a new identity. Morning anxiety decreases. Clarity and energy increase. Decisions come from purpose, not impulse. Consistency always wins. It doesn't matter how much you do. What matters is that you do it every day. Each repeated habit tells your mind, "I am the kind of person who keeps promises." That belief becomes the base of your confidence, discipline, and self-control. Every morning, you choose mental power over excuses. You grow stronger. Break excuses today, and you start building a life led by decision, not reaction. Your environment can support you or sabotage you. Your mind is deeply influenced by what surrounds it. If your environment is chaotic, your thoughts will be chaotic. That is why great leaders protect their mornings like a temple. Create a dedicated space. Phone outside the room, notebook ready, soft music, clean area. Tell your family these minutes are non-negotiable. An organized space creates an organized mind. An organized mind creates better decisions, emotional balance, and a stronger identity. Your morning environment sends you the first message of the day, calm and control, or confusion and stress. When life becomes difficult, structure becomes essential. Morning rituals help you regain control, even when everything else feels uncertain. Your morning becomes your anchor. An anchor does not stop the storm, but it keeps you from getting lost. After 90 days, you can add meditation, reading, exercise, or weekly planning. But remember, the 5 pillars are the foundation. Real growth is slow, stable, and sustainable. Over time, this ritual becomes a personal leadership system. Daily habits create powerful futures. Small actions done every morning reshape your identity, discipline, and results. Success does not come in one big jump. It comes from many small, intentional steps taken every day. Your morning routine becomes the silent message you send to the world. I am committed to my growth. I live with purpose. And remember something very important. The world does not need the distracted, tired, or reactive version of you. It needs the focused, aware, and powerful version of you. The version that makes decisions with clarity and leads by example. Write a letter from your future self, the version of you that already lives with purpose, discipline, and success. When you describe how this future you thinks, acts, and makes decisions, you are creating a clear and powerful vision of who you truly want to become. This letter is not just an emotional exercise. It is a strategic act of mental programming. Every word you write strengthens the image of your future identity and raises your inner standards. Your brain needs clear references to guide behavior, and this letter becomes the most important one, a reminder of your highest potential. Read this letter every morning before the world competes for your attention. This is important because in the early hours, your mind is calmer, more open, and more influenceable. When you read it daily, you remind your subconscious who you choose to be, which habits you accept, and which attitudes you reject. This small habit creates emotional and mental alignment, helping you act like your best self even when conditions are not perfect. On days when motivation is low or challenges feel heavy, this letter will remind you who you are and where you are going. Everyone faces doubt, tiredness, and frustration, but a message written by your strongest self can guide you back to the right path. You are not just building a morning habit. You are building a strong, focused, and resilient identity. This letter becomes your emotional anchor when distractions try to steal your clarity. Over time, your thoughts begin to naturally match this higher identity. Your decisions become stronger, your boundaries clearer, and your goals more reachable. When you write from your future and act from that vision today, you accelerate your personal growth. This is the real power of this exercise, turning your ideal future into your new normal. Today, I invite you to make a powerful decision, a decision few people make, but one that changes the lives of those who take it seriously. When you commit to a process, you are not just choosing a daily action. You are choosing a higher standard for yourself. Most people want results, but very few are willing to stay consistent long enough to be transformed by their habits. That is why this commitment matters. It is an act of personal responsibility. And personal responsibility is the starting point of every extraordinary life. Commit to this morning ritual for 30 days. Do it even when you don't feel like it. Do it when you are tired. Do it when life feels hard. Those uncomfortable moments are exactly what build the character you need to reach the next level. Successful people are not different because of motivation. They are different because they act even without motivation. Each time you continue on a difficult day, you send a clear message to your mind. I am the kind of person who keeps promises. That message, repeated daily, can open doors that once felt impossible. After 30 days, your mind is retrained. Your focus is stronger. Your emotions are more stable. Your clarity increases. Your thoughts become organized. Your priorities align. Your energy grows. When you start every day with intention, discipline, and purpose, the outside world stops controlling you. You start leading it. If you do this with commitment and a growth mindset, your life will not stay the same. You will realize that you are not only changing your mornings, you are changing your identity, direction, and destiny. This commitment can become the turning point you have been searching for. Each day becomes an investment in a stronger, clearer, and more decisive version of yourself. When this challenge ends, you will not only have completed a ritual, you will have proven that you can take full control of your life. From that point forward, everything becomes possible. Now ask yourself one deep question. What steals your focus when you wake up? Be honest. Identifying that first distraction may be the key to taking back control of your mornings. Small habits, checking your phone, worrying about problems, hitting snooze, drain your mental energy before the day even starts. When you recognize it and name it, you take the first step toward freedom. Write it down and remove it from your life. That simple action creates clarity, commitment, and direction. And if this message helped you, subscribe to Improve Yourself and keep growing every day, because small changes today can create massive results in your future.